Alright, so a recent interview was uploaded, and this interviewer said something along the lines if Blue Beetle will fit nicely into the DCU.
And Peacemaker almost, there's hardly anything that you need to change for him to slide very easily into the DCU. Same with Blue Beetle. They just kind of just fit in very nicely. But maybe we have to retcon a couple of things, but this was the big one.
So yeah, it is safe to say that Blue Beetle will be in the DCU, and I'm glad that Xolo Maridueña is going to continue being Blue Beetle, bro, because man, his movie did not deserve to flop, bro. Even though critic and audience wise it was received pretty well. Look at this, man. Come on, dog. How can a movie like that fail, bro? Like with that type of rating, you know? But there are a couple of reasons why it did fail, and one of the reasons is because I believe this movie came out after the Flash movie, and that movie was received poorly, bro. And at that point, people just said, yeah, fuck DC, bro. This shit's not even worth it anymore. And that hurt Blue Beetle, bro, and Aquaman. Not only that, dude, there was a strike going on, and Blue Beetle couldn't be promoted in any way, dog. And that definitely hurt the movie a lot, bro. I believe Xolo Maridueña did say this too, bro. That we couldn't talk or promote the movie, and it is what it is. We just had bad luck at that time. And I think he also said if the movie was promoted, I think the movie would have made a whole it's not gonna be like $1 billion movie, but I believe it would have probably broken even. But now I'm just glad that Gunn looked at that movie and said, man, the people love him, let's bring him in and continue his story. And I love that DC doesn't do what Marvel did, man, with the Eternals. Marvel looked at that fucking movie and said yeah, this shit don't even exist to us anymore because it flopped hard. They fucking stopped talking about I forgot what the fucking that robot, the Celestial. Fuck, dude, I don't know why I couldn't fucking remember its name. Holy shit, maybe that's why the fucking movie did poorly, bro, because I couldn't fucking remember the Celestial. But yeah, dude, that Celestial, that grew out of the ocean, dude, that wasn't talked about until maybe 4 or 5 years after fucking Eternal came out. Dude, we barely got it was barely brought up this year, bro. This year. That's just fucking crazy. The fact that it was brought up this year, bro, instead of a TV show afterwards or a movie afterwards, that Eternal came out. It's crazy that they fucking hated that movie so fucking much to the point where yeah, dude, at some point we gotta bring up the fucking Celestial on the ocean. So fuck it, let's fucking put that plot in Captain America Brave New World. And dude, that is sad to see, but it is, it's nice to see that Marvel is kind of changing, because Thunderbolts, bro, whether you liked it or not, bro, that shit still flopped. Even though it was, like I said, even though it was received pretty well, it flopped, dude. But at least now Marvel is okay, fuck it, we'll take a page out of DC's book, because like I said, James Gunn looked at fucking Blue Beetle. Even though it flopped, he said, you know what, no, we're gonna continue the story, because critically, audience and critics, you were received pretty well, and I would love to see you more in the future. Like I said, Marvel is taking a page out of that, because even though Thunderbolts flopped, they told Jake Schreier hey, you're gonna be making the new X-Men movie. And dude, that is nice to see, bro. I'm glad that Marvel is being oh, dude, even though that movie was, like I said, it flopped, bro. Whether you like it or not, it flopped. But they say, hey, we're still gonna bring you in, bro. We're not gonna kick you to the side anymore. We're gonna give you another chance with the X-Men. But yeah, man, I mean, there's not much to say about Blue Beetle. I'm just happy that Xolo is going to be Blue Beetle again. I love Xolo and Blue Beetle, bro. That dude plays him so fucking good, dude. And I hope one day I get to at least talk to him whenever his upcoming project comes out, bro.